Okay, collective. So I had to gather myself all the way up. Yeah. This is why, wine and confessions are never, ever, ever good together. Because I had a whole Empress divine feminine moment where it was just like I was speaking to my twin, right? I was speaking to my person. And I feel like I wasn't able to edit and cut out certain things because it's meant for that person, right? So sometimes you have to respect boundaries and know that certain things are not meant for platforms and for public display. Some things are very sacred and you have to respect that. You got to put respect on something being sacred. So I summarized it and I'm like, you know what? I know I'm not the only divine feminine, the only empress that feels this way. I know I'm not the only one that, have had my moments where I'm crying in a glass of wine and I'm having, these ghost conversations where it's me and my twin. And I'm just having, and let me just say this, from a mental health aspect, and I'm not a therapist, you got to get that shit out. You got to get it out. And you have to be able to have the conversation, right? Whether it's with that person in person or you're putting it out into like a video diary or a journal and y'all, it's late. And I did have my disclaimer. I had a glass of wine. No, I had 2.5 glasses of wine. It could have been 3. But that's my disclaimer and I'm sticking by it. But it's just certain things that's just like you have to get it out because that shit you will absorb it, you will consume it, and you will become it. And you have to be able to let it go, right? So just to summarize the tipsy talk that I had with my twin, TTT, tipsy talk with twin, I basically was just like, I know for a good amount of time. And this is why even though I am a reader, I don't get readings. I don't listen to tarot like that because it gets confusing if you don't know how to separate energy, right? And I know how to separate energy. For me, it was personal. It was a personal healing choice that I made to disconnect myself from. And y'all, let me tell you, I went as far as the extreme of cord cutting. Like, I prayed the connection away. I prayed for the contract to be separated. I prayed to be removed from the energy. I didn't want it, didn't need it, I felt at times didn't even deserve, a twin. Like, that shit is not a complimentary. It's actually, a journey. And if you've ever been on that journey, you can attest to that, right? So I went through all of that and I prayed it away. Like, I prayed it away. I didn't want my twin anymore. I didn't want the connection. It was just like the angel and the devil, right? And it's just sometimes the shit is not meant to be. That's how I accepted that, right? And so I'm going somewhere with this. Bear with the sister. I ended up doing a reading for the collective, and it was Something Inside, Boney James featuring Dave Hollister. Please check out that song because it summarizes that reading to the T. To the T, it summarizes that reading. And it was just basically saying that someone could feel the disconnect. They could feel the distance spiritually, physically, emotionally. Physically, they could feel the distance between you and them. And they are at the audacity of hope. Like, it's like at the audacity of hope. And it's like this person is praying to God, like, please save her for me. Please, Lord, just, let me be able to redeem myself because I'm hearing redemption. And I'm hearing like, I only want her. I only want this connection. Father, if you give me a chance, I'll make this right. Like, this is a private, intimate conversation that I'm hearing with this person and, God. And I'm like, okay, this is private. I shouldn't be tapping into this. But that's what led me down that rabbit hole. And I became Alice. And I'm like, oh, shit, this is me and my twin. Like, this is one prayer against the other, and judgment. The judgment card started to enter into my mind, hanging man and judgment. And it was like we were standing before God, and we were standing before the council, and one of us is praying to be removed from the contract, and the other one is praying that we're able to work it out, that we're able to mediate it, right? So there's like this spiritual divorce court that's going on. And I'm laughing because I'm like, I've never been physically married, but spiritually, how the hell do you go through a divorce with someone spiritually, right? And it was just like, but I don't want to see this person cry. I don't want to see this person hurt. I actually want the opposite. I'm sorry, you guys, this is an audio vlog. So I'm just like, it's my bed o'clock. And so it's like, how do you go through this spiritual divorce with someone, to where you're wanting to be set free from it. You're wanting to relinquish the 10 of wands of it. You're wanting to release the 10 of swords. You no longer want to be 2 of swords. You no longer want to be the fork of the road. Like you just want, and you guys, I can remember that I was in a connection with a Cancer, and he told me some shit that baffled me for years. And he said, T, you know what? I don't care how it started. I don't care how it ends. I just don't want to be in the middle. That shit never made more sense to me than it does now, because I'm just like, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the beginning. I can appreciate the ending. What I am not okay with is the middle. I'm not okay with the limbo. I'm not okay with the hanging man. I'm not okay with the being put on pause and, being stagnant in a connection. Like, I'm not okay with that, right? And so it was just like all these things. And y'all, I did this vlog and I was like, I'm not telepathically connected to my twin. I'm removed. Like, I feel like a 9 of cups has happened. Like a prayer has been answered. I'm free. I'm released. And y'all, I effed around and I looked at a picture. I've been looking at this person. Like, I don't know. Something keeps calling me back to the page. It keeps calling me back to, this person's energy. And I thought that, I was a big girl. Like, I'm in my Empress energy. I could take it. I could look and see what the problem is and address it and bless it and move on, right? And I ended up looking at this person's picture. And y'all, I was not prepared. I was not prepared. And it's not what you think. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in love, I'm enamored, I'm craving, I'm desiring. No, it was like, God, I see this person's hurt. I see this person's pain. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this because it hurts. It hurts. It hurts to see this. And, you have some people who have not begun the healing stages, and they're in that forget you, forgot you, ain't never thought about you, and they deserve it. It's karma. That they deserve to get what they deserve, and goody shame on them, right? Hell no. Let me tell you something. When you are in a healing, when you are healed, when you are in a place of where you have reached euphoria and peace, one, you really shouldn't be going back into their pages and watching and stalking and looking, because that's going to get you triggered, right? And two, I feel like, y'all, the pain, the hurt I saw on my twin's face, I prayed instantly because I was like, God, please deliver this person from this. Please, just let them feel your embrace. Lord, please charge in legions of angels. Father, I call on Archangel Michael to protect them. Lord, just, I'm going into intercessory prayer, you guys. Like, I'm going in on prayer. And it's like at some point in that prayer, I hit a Carmen Rogers. She has a song called It's Me. It's Me. And I need to listen to that song because there's a message there specifically for me. But it was like this person is crying over me. And I was not okay. I was not okay. And I'm not that vain to say that they were only crying over me. I know, no. It was just not about me. It was about life in general, right? And this person having 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups energy, right? And they are in this energy of like, if they could have done things differently, or, they just couldn't, like, I feel like, have you ever heard somebody like a tank? I deserve for you go out and find somebody else. Like, this person is in that tank energy, and that shit is fucked up, because it's like, you deserve love. Like, you deserve to be embraced. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have peace and balance and joy and all those great things. And that's what love is. That's what agapic love is. Agapic love is that you don't want to see this person go through anything detrimental, bad, karmic. Like, that shit ain't gonna do nothing to your spirit but tear you up. Like, and so I'm saying that to the collective that's in the forget you, forgot you, ain't never thought about you section, because I'm going to tell you something. Love is love. And if you love a person and you love them as a human being, this is where you know where you are in your healing stage, because you're like, okay, you know what, Father, it didn't work out between me and them, but that doesn't mean that I don't want them to work out. I don't want it to work out between them and someone that's meant for them to work out with in this timeline. I want them to be happy. I want them to be successful. I want them to have peace. I want them to have bliss. Like, I want that. And, and it's just like the evil eye. I don't do return to sender because I don't want the karma, right? I do that in which, do unto others which you want done unto you. And so for me, it's like cord cutting and removing myself. It was like, okay, this person was going to accept that this is not our time, and that they were going to wish me well, just like I wish them well. It was going to be a peaceful, dissipation of the connection. Like, it was going to be able to be resolved peacefully, no issues. And yet I find myself in spiritual divorce court. And I'm like, what the hell? And, it's like all those things. And y'all, it tore me up to look at my twin picture and look into his eyes and see the pain. And I cried. I got emotional. And it was just like, I know this is fucked up. I know this hurt. And I instantly went into intercessory prayer for my baby in a way to where it was just like, and yes, I just called him my baby, because forever I am that person's lady. Like, whether it's not this timeline or next lifetime, Erykah Badu, I identify, right? And there are false twins. There are false soulmates that come in and they teach you lessons, and they teach you, that in which you want, in which you need, and what you desire, what is good for you, right? They come in and they teach you these lessons. They there for a season, a reason, and, you have to accept that. But I broke down. I was like, oh no, went in, because one thing about loving someone and being in love with someone, and this is why y'all, not too much TMI, but I have been celibate for greater than 4 years, right? And I've had some time to myself. I enjoy myself. I don't like myself. There are times I went through all of it, right? Hermit mode, Virgo. And it was just like all the things. But one thing that I never really thought about was that of settling. Like, there are some people who have not went through those stages of acceptance, a man in a mirror moment, and learning to love yourself and be with yourself, and, catering to yourself, taking care of yourself, and all those things. And that's a journey. That is a self journey. That is not a twin journey. That is a self journey. That is a journey of self. Because I think about that's a self-esteem of your motherfucking self. Can't nobody teach you how to love you but you, right? And so I instantly identified that this person was hurting. And I'm an empath, and I can absorb that and feel that. And I'm not connected into my twin energy, because it was like, I'm focused on me. Like, I'm focused on me. I'm focused on my growth. I'm focused on my stability. I'm focused on my peace. I'm focused on my joy singularly. And I didn't recognize the pain in their eyes until I looked. And I said, oh, Lord, let me go into intercessory prayer. And I don't care what nobody tell you. The greatest love that you can give somebody is prayer. Sincere intercessory prayer. That's one of those, I stand in where two or more are gathered, there so shall you be. That, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's that energy. And so I stood in for my twin, and y'all, and my twin is a man, and I read for the collective, so I know there's same-sex energy. I know all of that, and, you love who you love, and, I respect that and appreciate that. I just looked in this man's eyes. I saw the pain. I saw the hurt. I saw the betrayal. Like, y'all, I'm seeing cards. I'm seeing 10 of wands, 10 of swords. I'm seeing 3 of swords. I'm seeing cards. And I'm just going into prayer. And I'm just like, oh, God. Like, Father, fix it. Just please fix it. And, y'all, when it hit me that a part of those tears was for me, and I'm not vain, and I'm not narcissistic, and I'm not self-centered like that, like to where it's all about me. Absolutely not. I know this man is going through pressures of family, finances, their current situation at home. Like, I understand it, and I like, because I'm going, I went through that myself, or coming out of that myself. And it's just like, if I could kiss away the pain, Patti LaBelle, kiss away the pain. Like, I just wanted to kiss away the pain. Like, I wanted to smell the top of his head. I wanted to caress the back of his ears. I wanted to hold him into my chest. I wanted him to hear my heartbeat. I wanted to caress his shoulders down to his fingertips and into the sides of his stomach. And, like, down below. Like, I wanted to caress this man into peace. And I learned that. And I've learned this a long time ago, especially with my mom dealing with cancer and, losing a son, becoming a grandmother. I learned that you cannot play God in other people's lives. Some journeys are meant for those people to go through, and they're meant to go through alone, like 40 days, 40 nights. And you can't rob a person experience, a spiritual experience with God, by playing God and feeling like you have to show up for the glow up, right, in that person's life. No, you have to know when it's an assignment and when you are told to stand back, like wait outside the forest while this person have their 40 days and 40 nights. And my twin is going through a 40-day, 40-night, and I don't know. I don't know why I'm recording this. I don't know why I'm uploading this. I don't know why I'm sharing this. But I felt like somebody had to hear this in a way to where it's like from the Empress, from the Divine Feminine. Because, y'all, for the longest, I would hear readers and I was like, damn, am I the masculine? Is this shit me? Like, am I cold-hearted? Shit, am I detached? Like, damn, like, is this me? And I was like, no, you are in your Queen of Cups. You in your soft girl era. You in your soft woman era. It's okay for you to want to follow a man that, that's designed by God for you. It's okay for that. It's okay. Like, you don't have to always be strong. Like, y'all, I was watching the challenges where the women were pranking the men, talking about something, I can't pay the mortgage for this month because I spent all the money on Christmas. And I was like, I ain't got nobody to prank like that because, shit, I got to pay the rent. I got to pay these bills because, yeah. But, I don't know. I hope that, maybe this message reaches the person that it has to reach, and that you understand that agapic love and understanding where, you don't have to physically be in someone's life to support them and to be there for them. Intercessory prayer is everything. I can remember when I was a church, like, y'all, I was a church going somebody. You talking about Sunday worship, Wednesday, choir rehearsal, Bible study, Friday, singles ministry, Saturday, going in and helping out the homeless and feeding the community, and it's back all over again. Like, I was in church almost 4 days out of the week. And so I can remember that it was just like, I would used to pray in the old language, in tongues, and I'm talking to my old school, people who know what that means. I used to go into intercessory prayer where if I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I didn't care. I would get on my knees. I would go into the old language of intercessory prayer because I didn't know who I was praying for and why I was praying for them. I just knew I had to pray. And that's a lot of what I felt with my twins' energy. It was like, you got to go into intercessory prayer. It doesn't mean you have to take this person back. It doesn't mean that you have to go and have sex with this person. It doesn't mean that you have to move in with them. It doesn't mean that you have to move at a fast pace. It just means that, you're connected spiritually. You're connected Calvary, and you can pray for someone and get out their way. You hear me? That's a message. You can pray for someone and get out their way. And that's what you do. That's what you do out of agapic love, because it's like, Lord, I ain't even I had a moment of spiritual divorce court, and I was like, I don't even want the name. Like, you just, whatever it is to resolve this, let's resolve this. But I see my person hurting, and I couldn't really accept it. You know what I mean? But I had to know, I had to stand back in the corner and be like, let me just go into prayer. And, just intercessory prayer, and pray that this person feels God's presence and feels the angels and the support that they have around them. And they go and, they follow that. You know what I mean? Like, they receive that. So that's the clean version of my drunken version of Empress Late Night Chronicles. And yeah, I'm sharing that with you guys just to hope that it resonates with someone. If you're looking for answers, seeking answers in tarot readings or in a reading, and I'm giving y'all a free game right now. I'm giving you a free game because I am a reader, and I'll be like, hit me up if you want to get the inside scoop or doop. No, I'm giving you a free game right now. So don't charge back into their life, or let them charge back into your life, and they're not ready. They got to come correct or don't come at all. And some of y'all people need to spend some 40 days or 40 nights in the wilderness with the Lord and be able to understand his voice when they hear it, and, be able to go down that path, 201s, where it's a path of righteousness, and they forsake all others, in the sense of, what they're leaving behind, Sodom and Gomorrah, okay? And I'm not in a judgmental, and I'm not a church person. I don't believe I'm not religious. I just know him for myself. I done went through enough trials and tribulations to know source and how he connected to me and how he loved me, healed me, and is bringing me back to me. So I just thought I would share this with someone. Maybe you need to hear it. And I know this is almost like a tangent, but this is what it is. All right, you guys, be blessed, not stressed. And, hit me up for a reading if you want to address it and bless it. If this resonates, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and you can tell me all about it in the comments. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we can do. Just give love and love in the back into each other. That's the infinity, baby. That's that infinity sign. Keep it going. All right, you guys, take care. Bye.